Remember these earphones? The Costar Mateband LE01. They have a pretty outlandish 120-hour battery life claim, which many of you were skeptical, kind of me too. But Costar said that, hey bro, we'll pay for your video, go ahead and test it, do whatever you want. Really? Okay, I'll roll up my sleeves, let's do this. I mean, they already paid me weeks ago, so at this point I can say anything I want. No, there's nothing bad or controversial to say really, because they are a good product. I've said that before already in my first impressions video, so I'm saying that again. But I did test out the battery life claim and the results were quite surprising. Oh, and by the way, there's a giveaway at the end, so stay tuned. I tested them outside as well. Nowadays it's a summer season here and it's pretty hot. Surprising, isn't it? Summer is hot. And the hot weather outside usually causes me to sweat, but thankfully these can handle a little bit of sweat. I used them around a lot, like there was some construction work going on our backyard there. I used them all the time that I was there. And this magnetic play pause feature came in handy whenever I just took them out. Many budget earphones don't have it these days for some reason, but this one does. But forget about all that. Like, we have discussed the good sound quality with the dual equalizers and all that in the first video. It's really good, especially paired with the equalizer like Wavelet. I was getting really good soundstage from these. Now let's talk about the most important advertised feature, the 120-hour battery life. So I started taking notes on my phone anytime I used this device, but eventually the battery life took so long to drain that I decided to leave it playing overnight, and even during the day sometimes. And the test I ran was the same thing. I took this audio file and played it on a loop over and over again. So on most days I would just start playing at night around 12 o'clock, and then I went to sleep and then stopped it the next day at around 8 a.m. So around 8 hours of playtime continuously. And I've noticed that it drains around 10% for every 8 hours. I started in April 13 and just today, on the 27th of April, it died. And I started at 90% battery, not 100. So you can add another around 8 hours because that's what we observe, right? For every 8 hours, it seems to be dropping like 10% battery. So after this real life test in this summer weather, the total hours comes down to this. I did not charge it, not even for once. So I'm not sure why the battery kind of jumped there from 40% one day to 50 another day. I mean, it's not always accurate, I guess. But still, overall, I did manage to completely kill it. It wasn't turning on at all at that point, because lithium-ion batteries don't always behave well with extreme heat or extreme cold. So in an ideal 28 degree or 30 degree room temperature, this would probably perform even better. But still, there you go. I proved it to myself and to you over a week of testing at this point that this claim is not that outlandish. So any of you who are skeptical in the comments who are saying this is fake and all that, it's not. I can tell you from my own observations that it's not. I spent 2 weeks for this freaking couple of minute video, so if you appreciate this, you better like it. Now that it's completely dead, recharging it is no big deal, right? You plug it into USB-C and within just 15 minutes, I was up by 30%. You know what that means, right? So 10% average is like 8 hours playtime. So this should be at least 24 hours of playtime in 15 minutes of charge. And as we speak, I have plugged it in. It's been almost an hour now. Let me just check the battery right now. Well, actually, it's not an hour yet. It's 8:24 p.m. I plugged it in at 7:30 p.m. So it's still 10 more minutes left and it's at 60%. So charging does take a little while longer. Maybe I'm assuming it'll take an hour or hour and a half. But still, for close to 100 or 120 hours of playback, an hour of charging doesn't sound that bad. And I've just plugged it into my laptop. Maybe you'll get a better performance with an actual charger, like a phone charger. It's kind of warm to the touch after being charged for 45 minutes, but I'm actually pretty impressed with this performance. I mean, come on, if you're not impressed that an earphone that only weighs this much at this price can deliver that battery performance, I'm not sure what you're expecting. Like, there isn't an earphone out there with this good of a battery life and good sound quality. I told you, right? I've tried other earphones and none of them have a satisfactory sound quality. You're getting all of that with this battery life? I mean, even close to it, that's pretty impressive. And no one uses their earphone like the way I tested, right? 8 hours continuously per day. Who listens like that? So realistically, this will last you probably for an entire month. 1 hour of charging for a month of usage. This is ridiculous. And yep, I'm giving away this black version as well. You just have to leave a comment and I'll pick a winner in about a week. This is basically brand new. I haven't touched this a lot at all. Really, I haven't used it. So you can have it for the giveaway. I'll use the red version for myself because it has been abused for testing. Also, regardless of the giveaway, you can actually join the Costar Club Facebook group. I mean, they have some cool things going on there. They routinely share some discount codes for you, like they recently shared a 20% off coupon code on Amazon. They say they'll conduct giveaways of their own on that page, so you better go and follow them. leave a like on that page, and who knows, maybe you'll win something from there. But yeah, that about does it for my CoStar Mateband real life endurance test. I'm actually quite impressed, and I'm really glad that they're actually delivering on their claim and it's not just a bogus promise. Let me know if you have any further questions in the comments, and good luck for the giveaway, I guess. And I'll be picking winners just based on my preference. It's not a lucky draw or anything. You know how it is.